guys, I think I speak for everyone when I say that we have been blessed on the 11th anniversary of FNAF of all days. And I am very glad that I have lived long enough to see this day. I am a big Finds of Froakies fixator and supporter. I have known and loved his content and channel for years. He has been one of my biggest inspirations for not just for my videos, specific ones, but also just the entire channel. He's inspired me a lot, and I can't thank him enough. And who knows, if Froakie does see this, I want to let y'all know, you Froakie, if you're watching this, thank you for not giving up. Because now the final battle is finally coming, and I cannot be more excited. And the thing is, I was jumping up and down every time, like every second when the trailer dropped and when I first saw it. Wish I recorded my reaction, because you would have believed me, but yeah, that's not what this video is, though. This video is just going to be a quick little analysis on what we saw in the trailer and what it means, as we're going to have to wait till October to get this movie, which I'm fine with. I mean, we're getting it at the end of the day. I am proud, and yeah, I'm just going to get into the quick analysis. The beginning of the trailer quickly refreshes us on what happened in Infinity War Part 3, and it also pulls up the counter for whenever a new band is collected, which I'll talk about that in literally any second. But we then get shown Molten Freddy being teleported with a machine to what seems to be the FNAF 6 pizzeria. And when I saw this, I immediately got Happiest Day vibes, because, you know, Froakie's original series, Happiest Day, it really, or at least Happiest Day Reset, it heavily relied on the pizzeria set design and such. And so I don't know what this could mean, but it could mean that this is like a Happiest Day version of the FNAF 6 pizzeria, or just, you know, a Happiest Day little dimension. I have no idea what this could mean, but I do believe it has something to do with Happiest Day, because shortly Molten Freddy looks into a mirror that shows a much more game accurate design of himself, and it's a new custom which looks really good, I must say. And yeah, slowly after that, though, we do get shown the counter 5 out of 5, meaning that Finn has collected all 5 of the Infinity Bands, which I honestly kind of expected, because I wouldn't expect Infinity War Part 3 would end and we would pick up in the final battle with Finn dead. I mean, I kind of knew, well, we knew Finn wasn't going to be dead, because the final battle still had the Finn tagline in the title, so he was obviously still alive. And we also just kind of knew that he was gonna get all the bands because of the teasers shown in like the previous videos and Infinity War Part 3. And yeah, it's also kind of sad though now realizing this, or it being confirmed, because Darl essentially sacrificed himself for nothing. Same with Darlbot, but we'll see if they even get brought up in this movie, which I assume they will, or if they'll get, I don't even know. I don't want to say too much, because this is like the bare minimum of what we've gotten. Now, the last bits of this trailer show very quick scenes of parts of the movie, which, I mean, I assume it's the movie. Well, I mean, yeah, it's the movie, but I'm not sure what this orb that gets shown to us first really means. It could be either Finn using the hat as a power, but it's very bright and blurry. The only thing that you can make out is that orb PNG, so I'm not sure what that means. We'll just have to wait and see, and see if it's something. I really can't say for sure. Next one is easier to decipher, which shows the past Golden Freddy, I would assume, because, you know, the Golden Freddy we have now is withered, but this is past Golden Freddy, which like I said, I assume, with the puppet and Michael Afton with William in the back. Now, Michael Afton seems to be repaired, because as you if you guys remember in Infinity War Part 3, Tyrone ate up his left arm and half his face, and you can kind of see that he has some marks healed or just taped up or whatever, and he has a robotic arm similar to William. And speaking of William, I'll just say he looks very distraught, and I would assume so, because from what I can guess, this could be a misdirection, but William might seem distraught because both the puppet and Michael Afton are going with past Golden Freddy, and past Golden Freddy is evil. So it could be that they're intending on betraying William, or they're making it seem like they're doing that. I don't know if they are or not, but like I said, I'm gonna say this for literally every scene I dive into. We'll just have to wait and see. This one got me hyped up, which is showing actual Dead Space Damian Simmons in in the skeleton frog form from the Hoppy show. And he's in the FNAF 6 pizzeria, the same one we saw Molten Freddy in. And so this already shows that Dead Space is going to have a much bigger role in the final battle than I thought he normally would have. We have been getting teasers of this big, like, mutant Froakie looking creature, which I assumed was Dead Space, which I'll also talk about that just real quickly. But yeah, I didn't know how big of a role he was going to actually have, or if he was even going to appear as the skeleton in the movie. But he does, and throughout the times he's actually shown in the trailer, it seems to be quite a lot. So yeah, I'm not sure what this could mean, but the scene after that then just shows, like, the Froakie Pokemon card being burned with other Pokemon cards. This is pretty much, I think, like, some symbolism that probably has some meaning, or it could simply just be the context of the scene that we don't have. Next scene shows Froakie's decapitated eyeball with the hat, because he was decapitated in Infinity War Part 3, or at least as I was. And then after that, we show Lolbit and Scraptrap, and basically the crew that was at the battle with Finn, very distraught with a very red lighting. The red lighting, I can assume, probably is meaning that someone is appearing, whether it's someone we've already seen before, or a different form, or a new character. You can't really say for sure, or at least I can't. Then we see Molten Freddy again in the FNAF 6 pizzeria, and then the next one we see what is Michael Afton being repaired. Like we saw in that one tiny clip before, this is just him showing that process. Next is Glitch Creeps in his form, which we're probably going to see a lot more of this form of Glitch Creeps in the final battle, because that's just obvious. I was kind of a little bit salty that we didn't see that form though in Infinity War Part 3, but then again, it probably just turned out that way. But then the next scene after that, we see the army of sharks, which got teased all the way back in the Infinity War Part 1 trailer, and now they're finally being used. And I have no idea what Finn is even gonna need an army for, because he's an all-powerful god now. So yeah, but this is gonna F something up. Now this seems like Dead Space is gonna have a different, like, human-like body, or not like a human-like body, but he's gonna be able to stand on his own 2 feet. And like I said before, the big Froakie monstrosity we saw in the Froakie movie 2 trailer, which became Infinity War Part 3, but we saw that monster, and now we saw it again, and we saw a better look at its face. We saw the back of it, and we saw the back of it again, but now we see the face. This is freaking horrifying. This is like the most disturbing custom plush I've ever seen, and it looks amazing. Now, I don't know if this is all probably effects. I don't know what I'm saying, but still, this is like a plush we've been teased time and time again, and we're finally seeing it, and it's like, goddamn. We get a shot of Shadow Freddy holding Twisted Froakie's hat, because Twisted Froakie's hat was the last band. So I'm not sure what this actually could mean now thinking about it, because if he has the hat, then I don't think it would be even... So this either means two things, which, these are just theories. Either it's another freaking switch up, and Twisted Froakie's hat is actually not a band, but I imagine it is, because it just led all up to that. Or Shadow Freddy was able to get the band when the explosion happened, or the hat, I should say, and he's just kind of running away from Finn or someone trying to get the hat. Who knows? But the next shot after that shows a new Blue Bunny character, which I have no idea who this is. I don't know if this is... I'd imagine this is going to be one of Froakie's Push Super Friends, other characters that he's just using for the movie, but I don't think that, honestly. It's probably his own character, and honestly, he looks really cool. I'll say that first of all, he looks really cool, but I have no idea what role he's gonna be, or I can't even just guess anything. He looks like, a traveler, or like, whether it's a time traveler or a traveler through dimensions or whatever. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass, so just bear with me, guys. But this is the same series we're talking about, where frickin' a shark is wearing a frickin' hat that was from fucking Nightmare from FNAF 4. This isn't scripted, by the way. I hope you realize that. Next shot is a skeleton crow, which this seems very reminiscent of something, but then it transforms into Dead Space's head, which you can kind of see what I said earlier. When he has a more human-like structure, his head actually turns, which I have no idea if this is a real Halloween product that Froakie was able to pick up somewhere, and if he was, and I want to know where. But then the shot after that shows glitch creeps, but it's like the OG glitch creeps that, from like the first season, and I guess season 2 of FNAF 6 Plush. But he's built like, the Aftons. He's made out of cardboard, which is very strange. I don't know what this could mean. But speaking of the Aftons, we see William Afton in the background with the Infinity hat and Twisted Froakie's hat. And if you pay attention, the 5th band is not on the Infinity hat just yet. So this could be the case that maybe that when the explosion went off, Finn lost the hat and Shadow Freddy has it, because we actually see Shadow Freddy right next to William right there. But I don't know, because right next to him is Wither Golden Freddy, but specifically the Wither Golden Freddy X-Mart plush. So I don't know if this is the same Wither Golden Freddy that we saw in Infinity War Part 3, or if it's a different one, or if even the Shadow Freddy that's there is even the same Shadow Freddy. I don't know what this could mean. This could be like a Statue 37 kind of situation where they just switch up the plushies because, it's the same character, but they just got a better plush to use it with. But I don't know what this could mean, but I feel like my theory is somewhat right, that when the explosion went off, Finn got the bands, but not immediately after the explosion. I imagine that Shadow Freddy was able to get it, or someone was able to get it, because both the Infinity hat and Twisted Froakie's hat are there, but the band's not on the hat. Also, Puppet is there too, which I forgot to mention. Now, this one is also another interesting one, which shows us glitch creeps basically watching what's happening with Michael Afton and the group from the Infinity War Part 3 battle, and it's showing him have his robotic arm. This could be like when he first puts it on, but I don't know. I mean, I imagine that's what it is, but who knows? But then the next scene after that is kind of visceral. We see Molten Freddy again, but we also see the crying child, or whoever you want to think of this as, Michael's brother. But he is getting eviscerated by the purple that's taken over him. We already saw this, and we've actually seen this a bunch of times, specifically during the Damian Simmons episode in the future or whatever, when he was being consumed by that purple. But it's much more worse here. So I don't know what this whole side plot means. This could just be an Afton thing that just happens because purple equals Afton, but I don't know. This seems pretty severe though, because Molten Freddy is holding him specifically. So it's like it's either killing him or it's hurting him. I don't know. We did get a shot of Uncle Fredbear, our good old mafia daddy. Guys. Then we see what the Sharks Army's purpose is, and right now it seems to be that Finn betrays past Golden Freddy as the Sharks are just all toppling onto him. I don't know if this is his death scene. If it is, that would be extremely funny, but also, honestly, Golden Freddy's a pathetic villain, now you think about it. He got killed by Molten Freddy just because Molten Freddy strangled him for him telling the truth about Scrap Baby. And now past Golden Freddy might get killed by a bunch of sharks. Tiny ones, to be in fact. This guy's a fucking loser, Now, here is where we see the big shark creature, which this is what I assume to be Finn, because he has all the bands on his hat right now. If you can see that, he has all the bands. And we got teased this in a little drawing at the end of Infinity War Part 3 with Damien's drawings. And I swear there is a specific name for this that the Froakie fandom just randomly created, but I can't remember it, and I don't feel like Googling right now. So I'm just going to call this the mech shark, I guess. I don't know. But basically the mech shark here, it's here. That's the one thing. And we did kind of see this in one of Froakie's old banners, which if I can find it, I'll put it up right here. But if I can't, I'm sorry. But, this has been teased for so long and we're finally getting it. But I'm not sure, because the one that I saw in the banner looks a lot different. So it's either that he updated this and the design in the banner is no longer the canon design, or this is a different character or a different form of him. I don't even know. But he's also there confronting the puppet who still has his face ripped apart. And in the background seems to be the two Golden Freddys, either past Golden Freddy and Wither Golden Freddy, or, the past Golden Freddy and the Wither Golden Freddy X-Mart plush. Yeah, I have no idea if the Withered X-Mart plush is still the current Golden Freddy that got strangled, but if it is, I'm sure it'll clear that up. Now, we did get a shot of Shadow Freddy with this green lighting, and from a wide distance, someone else appears. I can't make out for sure who it is. It goes by very quickly and it doesn't show much. I could assume this is probably past Golden Freddy and they're basically confronting each other, but I don't know for sure, because this is the point in the trailer where things start to get really hard to make out. Now, this is interesting, but also kind of disturbing, and I'm kind of scared. So first of all, this is a very blurry image, though. Well, it's not very blurry. You can kind of make out what's here, though. One is the machine, which you can very blurrily see it right there, along with a hat, which I honestly think it looks like Nightmare's hat, but I don't know. I don't think it's the Infinity hat, even though it looks like it. I mean, it could be, and it only has one band, but I don't know in what world that would make sense. And then right next to the hat seems to be what looks like a different Funtime Molten Freddy creature, or it could be the same Molten Freddy that we saw in the beginning of the trailer, or it could be someone completely different. I have no idea who this could be, or if it's even Molten Freddy at all, but the thing that scares me about this is that it all blows up. So this could be the destruction of all the main artifacts, like throughout the FNAF 6 Froakie-verse, basically, because the machine is there and all these other things are. It's just a whole pile of different stuff that I can't really make out. It actually looks like, now thinking about it, actually just now looking at it, this might be the mech shark, because you could kind of see the fin at the top and like in the fins too. So that actually doesn't scare me as much, because this could be the defeat of everything. Like, this could basically wrap everything up, like, meaning that the characters are not going to have any more problems now. Like, this could be it, but I'm not saying that for sure. I don't know what this could mean. This could be like near the end of the movie, which I assume it would be, but I have no idea what this could be. Okay, now this shot is just very confusing. It goes by so quick and I can barely make out what it is. But my best guess right now is that it's the same Molten Freddy thing we saw in that pile of the clip I just analyzed. But here's one of my other theories. I think Molten Freddy is probably going to die in this movie. It's not really what I want to happen, but I just think it's all leading up to that, because it's like, he was the main focus of this trailer. Now, sure, that could literally just mean that he's the main character of the movie. But if so, I don't know. They're heavily focused on Molten Freddy throughout this whole trailer. And even in all the other shots that don't even have him specifically, I just feel like he's going to die in this movie. And honestly, it could just be a sacrifice to atone for something he's done, or just to make up for what he did to Golden Freddy, because I'll be honest, Molten Freddy honestly became my op as soon as he killed Golden Freddy, just for him saying that, he told Scrap Baby to fight Finn, which, I mean, I get. I'll be honest, I get why he'd be angry at that, but this just kind of fucked everything up. Also, it just pains me that Molten Freddy was the one to kill him. Honestly, I don't know. I'm more pissed at Golden Freddy because he's a weak bitch. Now, this last shot of the trailer basically just shows some other shot panning up into Froakie's intro, which it probably is. It shows the same blue spiral that he's known for. But something weird is that it shows some silhouettes that I can't make out for sure. I had a hard time making out the silhouettes when they first were teasing the Infinity Band characters, but yeah, I can't help you guys on this one. I mean, it could be the Infinity Band characters, which that's what I'm calling them. It could be them, but I don't really see a point in them being that. I mean, then again, if this is the intro, this probably is them. I feel like it's probably like another way to recap us on what happened, but I don't know for sure. I really can't say for sure, but this is the last shot of the trailer. And also, throughout this last bit of the trailer after the title card, it was just like the whole thing was panning out to like an outline of Froakie's head, basically. I think that was pretty obvious. I don't think I needed to point that out. And then we get the release date for October. Nothing specific, but it's coming October. I hope this isn't October 2026 though, Froakie. You be pulling my leg right now, and I don't like it. Guys, I almost forgot to talk about one more thing in the trailer, and it's this last flash that says extras unlocked, and this is very reminiscent of the same glitchy flashes that we've been getting throughout FNAF 6 Plush, but I'm really confused as to what this means. Or I'm not really confused, but slightly confused. We have been getting, like, extras, quote-unquote extras, in Season 2 of FNAF 6 Plush, like, of just the characters like Villanova, but I'm not sure what this specifically means, because it shows extras unlocked, but also shows, you know, the drawn version of Froakie's, like, new logo, which, also, that's another thing. I had a feeling Froakie was going to come back any day now, because of him updating the banner and the icon. So, yeah, I'm not sure what this means, though. I didn't find a link, but if you guys have found anything that this relates to, then let me know in the comments. But there is one more thing that I am wanting to analyze, and it's basically the comments and the caption that Froakie has put. And it's that, specifically in the description, he put that it finally ends, and also this whole movie is not a part of the script read. If you guys remember, like, Froakie actually posted a video, like, 2 years ago that was informing everyone of the Finnal Battle and the update, and he was mentally not there to actually, you know, film the plush version of it, and so he was just gonna actually, like, do, like, a storyboard sketch or a script read of it, kind of similar to what FNAFlix did, which, if I can find that video, because I don't remember if she unlisted it or not. If she did, then fuck. But it was basically where the second FNAFlix movie was going to be made, and then it was canceled, but the script was still read as, like, a separate video. That was basically what Froakie was going to do, but he's gone back, and he's going to actually finish the movie for real, which I am very proud of, and I didn't think I needed to read the description to know that. It kind of shows for itself. But the thing that's kind of worrying me, but I'm not going to be too upset about if it actually is true, is how he keeps saying it finally ends. Now, that could mean one of two things. One is that the Finn arc finally ends of FNAF 6 Plush, because Froakie has talked about, like, doing Season 3, or that he could do ideas for Season 3, but this was years back when he came, you know, back from his long break to finish Infinity War Part 3, which was 4 years ago. Yeah, that's another thing. It's been 4 years since, you know, the last FNAF 6 Plush episode and the Finnal Battle Part 3. So his mind probably has changed, and that leads me to my other worry, or my other option, and it's that when he's saying it finally ends, this could mean that it's finally the end of just the channel. And I was kind of theorizing about this when that one clip I was analyzing that showed the machine. Yes, this could just mean the end of at least the Finn arc, and we will get a Season 3 of FNAF 6 Plush, which, I mean, I won't be mad if we do. I honestly want it. I would like to see it. I'd like to see Froakie back in action, but seeing as how he took a 3-year-long break and only came back because, like his 3-year-long break was necessary, I would say. His mental health was, just according to him and everyone else that has been asked about him, his mental health apparently was just not good at the time to finish the Finnal Battle, and it's only now that it is. So, yeah, I imagine that if the Finnal Battle releases, it might be the end of just Froakie's channel, and he might officially quit, which, I'll be honest, I'm not going to be too upset about if that's the case, but I also don't want it to happen. I still do want to see what Froakie has in store, because I do think that Froakie can do a lot more things, and, you know, he's kind of proven that he can. So Froakie, again, if you're watching this, if you've watched this all the way through, if you continue to do FNAF 6 Plush, please do it. I want to see more. I really want to see more. But if you choose to quit after this, then that's on you, or, you know, that's your decision, and I'm fine with it. I guess, you know, you're gonna go out with a bang anyways, but still, I don't want you to quit. But guys, that's pretty much it for this video. You know, I've never really done analysis like these before, and if I have, it's been a very long time. Actually, no, it hasn't. The Secret of the Mimic trailer proved me wrong right now. But I'm so glad we are finally getting the conclusion to the Finn arc, and I guess FNAF 6 Plush, question mark, I guess. I don't know if this is the end of everything or the end of just Season 2 in the Finn arc, which I hope it's that option, not the end of everything. That'll make me sad. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my little analysis. If you saw anything that I picked up, or if you saw anything that I didn't pick up but you did, then let me know in the comments. I would like to hear your theories too. This is the first time I've really done an analysis in a little while, but I said it again. I jinxed myself again. You get the gist. I'm gonna let you guys go now. I am very happy now that we got this, and I mean, I'm surprised it happened. I mean, I'm not really surprised, but it's very fitting that it happened on the 11th anniversary of FNAF of all years and days. So, thank you, Froakie. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all later. And yeah, this is peak, bro.
I stay lit, not like flickering lights. Good vibes and good times go well like chicken with rice. Squad goes, it's me, myself, and I, and just like smart homes. Trust me, the whole club know I arrived. I just wanna step over a velvet rope and people yell my name like a welcome home. Shower me in love, my umbrella's closed. The club going up just like how swellings grow. Put on my finest pair of clothes, club so packed I could barely